Check 1, 2. We say welcome to Fate in Our Destiny, the grand finale. That's right, we have an amazing show for you today. We are here to raise funds, raise awareness for domestic, actually all forms of violence. We don't tolerate that. We are supporting the cause back in Trinidad and Tobago. Fate in Our Destiny UK is here. We urge you today to donate. We have a fantastic lineup for you today as well. So we're going to play some tunes. Then your host Martin J will take you through the proceedings as we continue to raise awareness and raise funds for a good cause. My name is DJ Marky. I'm here. Going to play some tunes, entertain you a little bit.
I'll never run the TV for the brands and the bling and the expensive thing on. I never had the money, never had nice living. And mama say, oh, you could have it all, just work hard for yours. I say, mama, you know I'll work hard for sure. Now Jaja bless me with the opportunity to fly country to country. Now I could drink champagne when I thirsty. Now I could see the only thing I never see. They say this how I you been so lucky. But I thank the father and my family. Now no bad mind boy they can stop me. And every show I smiling cause trust me, life is so lovely boy. And I'm far from finished. And I can't believe it, no. See I'm far from finished. Love the life that I live in, yeah. I say na 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 na. I say na 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 na. Say na 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 na. I say na 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 na. I say na na na. I say na 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 na. I say na na na. I say na 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 na. Forever thankful for doubters in the past and the people who laugh on us. Forever grateful for all the times I failed. And Papa say, oh son, you can't give up. What's the use for you? I said, Papa, you know I will never stop, no. No, Jaja bless me with the opportunity to fly country to country. Now I could drink champagne when I'm thirsty. Now I could see all the thing I never see. They say this how I get on so lucky. But I thank the father and the family. No bad mind boy, they can stop me. And every show I smile and touch, trust me. Love is so lovely, boy. And I'm far from finished, and I can't believe it. With a big dream and a meal once always a million miles away. I couldn't have one every day. And every time that I feel into quit and just give it up, I used to go on my knees and beg.
Today's the day, people.
Now it's safe to say
we raise a lot of money today.
I'm gonna make them kill me.
Good cause only. Positive energy today. Shout out to all the associated brands of Fate in Our Destiny.
I'm whining away like that. Oh, it's a blessing, and it's a blessing, it's a blessing, it's a blessing, yes, it's the best thing. I may not be right for you, but I'm right for somebody. It's a blessing, it's a blessing, it's a blessing, yes, it's the best thing. I may not be right for you, but I'm right for somebody. Yeah. I looking good, I feeling good, I real good, I real good. Yeah. I looking good, I feeling good, I real good, I real good. Yeah. Personally, don't take it too personally. They used to laugh at me personally. Now look at me, look at me, look at me. Them couldn't see my struggle. Them couldn't feel my pain. Them wasn't there when your heart did fight with my brain at night and again. Because I come from a housing scheme with a big, big dream, and a meal once always a million miles away. I couldn't have one every day. And every time that I feel into it and just give it up, I used to go on my knees and beg and start to pray. Now it's safe to say, me not gonna make them kill me. I'm gonna dance in the backside, I'm whining the wayside. See me not gonna make them kill me.
Easter Saturday vibe. We are blessed to be here today.
It's a blessing, and it's a blessing, it's a blessing, it's a blessing, yes, it's the best thing. I may not be right for you, but I'm right for somebody. It's a blessing, it's a blessing, it's a blessing, yes, it's the best thing. I may not be right for you, but I'm right for somebody. I'm alive and well, I'm alive and well, and they no fake smile in my eyes, can't tell, no, but my don't know, send you, but tell them you will see me now. Envious people are beg you please, when you see me, don't see me now. Don't see me now. Don't see me now. Don't see me now. Talk the things that boys say. They say talk the things. It's like them don't want to see my people win. I say jealousy and grudges are sin. Talk the things that boys say. They say talk the things. Some of them just want easy living. Not success reach them watching your things. So you want show out. They can't talk to me. Guardian angels watch over me. Every morning I kneel down and pray for my family. Look, I say you want show out. No bad company. Could take away one jack if they play. When I see the good thing and a jail, but the next way. I don't know. Send you but tell them you will see me now. You see me now. You see me now. Envious people are beg you please, when you see me, don't see me now. Don't see me now. Don't see me now. Don't see me now. Everybody put your hand in the air, in the air. I said child, I'm big blood to it. Run in the air, run in the air, yeah. Well, everybody put your hand in the air, in the air. I said child, I'm big blood to it. Run in the air, run in the air, yeah. I want to know who sent you. I wanna know who put you up to this. Hey, I want to know what you're up to. Say what you're up to. Is this for real or you're playing tricks? I brought the road to my heart, girl. How did you get in? I locked the door to my soul, girl. How did you get in? Yeah, wait a minute. I got to compose myself. Cause oh no, I can't control myself. Oh no, I'm falling for your love. I'm falling, baby, give it to me 'cause I can't get enough. I'm falling, I'm falling, oh no, yeah,
Cause I just wanna see their face, yeah, see their face, see their face. I really wanna see their face, see their face, see their face. Hey, come to them right over Zion Gates, Zion Gates, that's right, Zion Gates, yeah. You know God, just tell
Easter Saturday, this is how we do.
friends, yeah. Yo, I would like to meet, bring my friends to a call, to talk to them up,
The message is in the music.
then I'll carry on. But I know it will never happen until my time is come. So I gotta be very patient. Cause there's work to be done. And although I wanna see their face, I know that God alone dictates the pace. So now I gotta keep cool and keep calm till my time brings. Whoa, hey, but I'm never gonna be no way. I'm never on this earth to stay. Cause I'm seeing them a judgment day. I'm seeing them a judgment day. You know I'm never gonna be no way. I want to know on this earth to stay. I'm gonna see them
We say shout out to everybody in the chat.
You see them on the judgment day.
Today we donate.
Kiki, I'll see you. Step on, I'll see you. Old Snake, I'll see you. Ninja Cat, I'll see you. Kiara, I'll see you. German, I'll see you. You all, I'll see you.
Today is the day we donate, people.
We don't need no more now. Tell them wicked people. Fire go Bundy. Fire go Bundy.
Fating our destinies here. Grand finale.
Fire go Bundy. Fire go Bundy.
We continue to fight with those on the ground for awareness. We don't tolerate that.
Fire go Bundy. Fire go Bundy. Oh Lord, I said this is the year for love. Fire go Bundy. Fire go Bundy. Still born when mother gone. Another one just gone. By your feet, your chest and smile. Say he's a madman. Another young boy fall. Your soul caress that night. Oh, you're a bad man. Bad man is a man who is teeth and woman and protect the young ones by any means, lad. You ain't no bad man, boy, now. You ain't no bad man. A real bad man just make those own decisions. You don't need anyone. He only needs God. You ain't no bad man, boy, now. You ain't no bad man. So sit down, rock back. Tell them I don't need no strap to defend the people. I'm wicked and evil. Stop. Sit down, rock back. Big man look for a walk. You do damn evil. If they distress my people, then fire go Bundy. Fire go Bundy. Oh Lord, I said this is the year for love. Fire go Bundy. Fire go Bundy. Still born when mother gone. Tell me what the fight is for. What the killing for. We don't need no war. There's no need. So tell me what the fight is for. What the killing for. We don't need no war. Like that, we don't want no more.
If the man don't love you right, tell him it's gone, you're gone, gone. Long time he do perform, and next man go turn you on. Girl, if the man don't love you right, tell him it's gone.
Speaking to the ladies.
Long time he can't perform, and next man go turn you on. Girl, you don't take shot from no man. No kind of box up.
Fellas, treat them right.
You don't take them things from no man, girl. You don't take licks from no man. No cup and kick from no man. Girl, you don't take slap from no man. No kind of back chat from no man, girl. If the man don't love you right, tell him it's gone, you're gone, gone. Long time he do perform, and next man go turn you on. Girl, if the man don't love you right, tell him it's gone, you're gone, gone. Long time he can't perform, and next man go turn you on. You fed up on the ups and down and the ups and down. You fed up on the up and down and the up and down. You fed up on the up and down and the up and down. Fed up on the ups and down and the ups and down.
Hey, take it slow, so that I'm in control. Oh, careful what you're doing, careful how you're living, baby. This is not a movie. Live your life, but you could take it slow. Take it slow. Oh, girl, you will get excited. I know, girl. It's gonna be hard to fight it, baby. Girl, they'll try to pull you down, but I know you are strong. Yeah, you're a beautiful lady. You're a queen every day. Yeah, don't get caught in the matrix. Don't go looking for ratings. No, I just want to see you shine. Girl, show me your light. You gon' be alright. Everybody on me, daga 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 daga. And the ball and hold on fire. Girl, I'm a child like she can't boil water. Still she ready to risk it all. And then you can't pay your bills them at all. Laugh tonight and cry in the morning. Oh gosh, girl, all I'm saying, careful what you're doing. Careful how you're living, baby. This is not a movie. easy if your life was you could take. Oh yeah, you know, turn on. Take it, oh yeah, you know. Oh yeah, you know. For the love of Calypso, oh latte, we are from now. It's the love of the tempo, oh latte, we are from now. For the love of Calypso, for the love of the tempo. Mama used to say, son, stay. Don't give your gifts away. For the thing come from far, so far, far, far. Somewhere up in Africa, ooh. Let me show them who is the real champion. In the land of sweet woman and the symphony. I know you hold them like mighty shadow. You play mouth man, they call him Coco. Teaching up singing with the tempo. The king of the world, they call him Sparrow. For the love of Calypso, oh latte, we are from now. It's the love of the tempo, oh latte, we are from now. For the love of Calypso, for the love of the tempo.
If it was meant to be, I go find you. I go end up behind you. Charming there right behind you. Charming there right behind you. Come, let me do it today. Let me do it today. I'm not sure to see.
Today is the day. We wrap up the campaign,
I need it today.
but without doing it in style.
Today. I ain't sure to get that tomorrow. What you could do when you get this ching chong, ching chong, ching chong, ching chong. What you could do when bumper fling down, fling down, fling down. How you could deal with all this magic, 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 magic. When I make that bumper flick, 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 it like this. You know, liar, you make me higher. I would drink champagne over fire, fire. Yellow wine and burn my desires, no, no, no. It's not the usual, so don't get delusional. Cause you never know, cause you never know, cause you never know. So come, let me do it today. Let me do it today. I'm not sure to see you tomorrow. Let tomorrow deal with tomorrow. I need it today. I'm gonna take it today. I ain't sure to get that tomorrow. Who promised you tomorrow? Put your hands up, hands up, put your hands up, hands up, dance up, dance up. Hold me like you never go see me. Again, again, again. Put your hands up, put your hands up, hands up, dance up. Show me like you never go see me. Again.
You right, Martin?
Oh, you forgot me there for a moment, mate. How are you, Marky?
I am good, I am good.
Thank you very much indeed for opening up the show. We're going to have a little chat a little bit later on, but ladies and gentlemen, this is DJ Marky from Soca Addicts Events, and he's kicked off Pan Poetry and Doubles. Thank you very, very much indeed for doing that for us. My name's Martin J. I am part of Faith in Our Destiny. We are an organization that we put together to raise money and to raise awareness for gender-based violence, particularly in Trinidad and Tobago, not ignoring anywhere else, but we decided that our mission for 4 weeks was to raise money and raise awareness. To everybody that's locked in on YouTube, share the live, please. As this afternoon progresses, it's going to get more and more exciting. We are trying to raise as near to £5,000 today. We've already raised £5,000. We want to try and raise another £5,000 today. Now, I'm not sure if this young man can hear me, but when I first had this idea for Pan Poetry and Doubles, I went on Facebook and I said, I need a panis. All I could pay you is doubles and rum. Within about half an hour, this man messaged me and said, let that be me, please. I'm the one. I'm your man. I'm going to do this for you. This young man is not to be taken lightly. He's an award winner. He's a very, very talented musician here in the UK. His name is Kishan Shorter. I keep calling him Kishan Porter because he's not that short. So the Shorter does always confuse me, but his name is Kishan Shorter. He's currently a member of Mangrove. He's played with various steel bands throughout the UK. And all I can tell you is anybody at the top of the ladder in the steel band industry here in the UK will tell you that Kishan is a very, very talented man. So Kishan, thank you very much indeed for being part of this special day. Your first number is coming up now. Let's do this.
Lovely.
Kishan, thank you very, 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 very much indeed for kicking it all off. Excellent. Absolutely lovely. He's going to be back with another couple of numbers a little bit later on. And throughout the course of this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to donate. The Faith in Our Destiny team, they will post the GoFundMe link in the chat below. Make sure that you donate. We're trying to raise a lot of money. I know we're asking for a lot, but I think we can do it. I truly believe that we can do it. Okay. Everybody that donates over £50 today will instantly get entered into a draw to win this fabulous image. It's called the Baby Blue Devil. It's an image that was donated by David Weirs of Trinidad and Tobago, and it's actually David's birthday today. So happy birthday goes out to David. David has donated this image. It will be framed by Campbell's of London, and everybody that donates over £50 today will go into the draw to win that Baby Blue Devil. Throughout the course of the afternoon, we're going to have artists and heroes of Trinidad and Tobago popping through to talk about various things. So stand by for that. As they arrive, we're going to bring them on air and we're going to have conversation with them. Now, when we did the opening event, which was about 3.5 weeks now, in fact, it was 4 weeks ago now, maybe 3 weeks ago, we did a cook-along session. It was Making Roti, which was fronted by my wife, Pauline. And after that event, a young lady said to me, I want to do something with you. And that is when I got the first word for the event. I said, right, well, I have poetry. I need to add something to this. So I added pan and I added doubles. And that's where we came up with pan, poetry, and doubles. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nubian queen that you can see in front of you today is Malika Booker. And her name, I'm just proud to know that I know such a superstar, because that's the only way to describe her. Malika's going to be doing some poetry for us this afternoon. Malika, thank you very much indeed for being part of this today, first of all.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I'm going to let you take it away.
All right. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Good to see you. I'm so glad that you're on here. I'm glad you're donating. This is a cause to my heart, and I'm glad Martin invited me. I'm going to be on several times today. So this one is really a dedication to Martin and Pauline and to all the people who came over on the Windrush. This is an extract from my one-woman show called Absolution. So basically, imagine I'm coming over in one of the pictures you see with a little dress with a handbag, matching the bag, all kind of thing. And my name is Siobhan. So we're going to meet Siobhan. She has left. She's got 12 brothers and sisters and a mother and father that she has to send for. And she's going to England to get her nursing qualification. It's the Windrush. She gets in the ship. She's scared. She locks herself in the cabin. And we're going to meet her when she's coming out the cabin on the third day. On the third day, I said to myself, girl, you better come out this cabin. Why are you staying in here like some scaredy cat for? And as I'm closing the door to the cabin, I hear this noise behind me. When I turn around, I see these three women. If you see these women, well, the first one, she's one of them women that is talk and fling out your hand. She said, girl, you ain't gonna have waltz dance on the ship every night. You ain't hear the music. Well, the second one, she real precise. She said, it's not a waltz dance. They have some handsome fellas on the ship, and I trying to hook one before you get to England. Well, the third one, she look a mess. She have all the colors of the rainbow on. She said, they have a fella, and he named Aubrey Blake, and he's an architect, and he qualified already. And he held my hand yesterday. I'm going to marry him before I get to England. You mark my words. Well, I had to tell them I'm interested in any marriage and man and thing. I have 12 brothers and sisters to send for, and 12 brothers and sisters and a mother and father to send for, and a nursing qualification to get. But they convinced me to go to the waltz dance. Well, if you see, all the men went on one side and all the women went on the other side, and the music started playing beautifully, you know. And I'm standing there thinking, well, what I should really do first when I get to England? Should I try to get my nursing qualification nation first. And I'm thinking, I hear the streets of England paved with gold. And I'm wondering how you just walk down gold streets. And as I'm standing there thinking all these things, all the women behind me start fixing up themselves, man. And that's when I saw him. Oh, Lord, I knew that was Aubrey. He had the hat tilted to the side with the pat down afro and the white shirt gleaming and the jacket done up and the trousers seam. I tell you, there's nothing as nice as a man with freshly seamed trousers, seamed trousers, and the shoes were shine. That man must have been shining those shoes from since he leave Guyana. He stopped in front of me, Siobhan, and asked me if I want to dance. I said, no, thank you. Well, he was a sweet boy, a handsome boy, a saga boy. Nobody had ever refused to dance with him in their life. So he took it as challenge across my forehead. Every night he just walking across the dance floor, song after song to ask me to dance. And I'm feeling so ashamed because when he walk over, the music get low and everybody lean in. And when I say no, you would hear, ah. And in the day when I'm walking on the ship, everyone's saying, girl, you have good strategy. You're going to hook him. And I trying to tell them, I want to hook nobody. I have 12 brothers and sisters, a mother and father to send for, and a nursing qualification to get. And you know the one with the colors of the rainbow? Well, everywhere I look, she's standing up, watching me. She face puff up like a bullfrog. Well, I get so vexed, my head get hot. And I shy as I'm telling you this. You don't think I shy, but I shy. So I practice in front of the mirror. I said tonight, when he walk over, I'm going to do for his skin. I'm going to look him up and down. I'm going to cut my eye. I'm going to say, listen, which part of I don't want to dance with you don't you understand? Every night you're just walking across the dance floor, dance floor, bugging me, making me feel shame on the ship. I have 12 brothers and sisters to send for, a mother and father, and a nursing qualification to get. And I don't want to dance with you. Leave me alone, and kiss my teeth and walk off. I had it all planned. I don't know what happened. I don't know if the way he kind of walk across the dance floor, or if it's the way the music was playing, or the way his voice went deep when he said, Siobhan, please may I have this dance? But I end up saying yes. And we end up being dancing partners. Every night we dancing respectably apart, my hand in his, you know? And one night, I don't know what happened, if the music was so sweet. But the next thing I know, I'm moving closer and closer and closer to him. And then my hand go up his back. And then my head is on his chest. And we stop doing two-step and we swaying. And I said, wait now, Aubrey and I dancing hug up. So I step back respectably apart, you know, and put distance within us. Well, he started next campaign, will I take your hand? I said, what happened to you, stupid man? A hole in your hand every night. Will you marry me? Will you marry me? Will you marry me? And people say, good, your strategy working. So I had to plan it. That day, that night, I planned in front of the mirror before I went to the dance floor. I said, when he started stooping, he's tickling my ears with this marriage proposal, I'm going to say to him, listen, I didn't want to dance with you in the first place. Every night you just humbug me till I say yes. You're walking across the dance floor making me feel shame. And I have my 12 brothers and sisters, my mother and father to send for a nursing qualification to get. I don't need marriage on top of that. And furthermore, I'm not dancing with you again. And I'm going to kiss my teeth and walk off. I had it all planned. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's the way the music was so sweet, or the way we was moving so beautifully, or the way he just bust down on his knee, hold on to my hand and say, Siobhan, please, will you marry me? Well, what do you expect me to say? I had my plans, but I say, yes. And that's how Aubrey and I get married. He said, I'm marrying you right now, and call the captain because we ain't waiting till we get to England because I had a long campaign with you. Well, the rest is a long story and I only have a short time. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much and I'll see you later.
Malika, thank you. Thank you so much. When you said you're going to dedicate it to me and Pauline and then you talked about the Windrush, I'm like, I'm not that old, I'm not. But thank you. That is a beautiful story.
Remember when I did it at your show?
I remember.
When I did it at your show that time and you really liked it.
I remember very,
I wasn't
very
doing
well.
it for age.
That I remember that. God bless you. That was absolutely amazing. If you enjoyed it, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to donate some money. I would like one of the members of the team to put the link in the chat for me. And everybody, I'd like you to share the live. Malika is going to be back a little bit later on. Now, throughout the course of the campaign, which we started on the 8th of March, we tried to make touch base with the people that we're actually raising money for. And last week, Sunday, on Carnival Slayers Instagram, we spoke to the network of rural women producers, which is one of the charities that we are raising money for. The other charity that we're raising money for is Conflict Women. And I have the honor of having, look at that smile, what a beautiful smile, Asiya Mohammed, who is the CEO and founder member of Conflict Women. Asiya, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Very excited to be here today.
Lovely. First of all, could you tell us a little bit about the charity?
Yeah, so I founded Conflict Women in 2014, specifically to address the issue of economic empowerment around gender-based violence, because many people may say, but a woman is being beaten or she's being abused, why doesn't she just leave? But what I tried to ensure the public understood is it's not as simple as black and white. There's a lot of gray in between. Right? She may not be working. Her husband may be the sole breadwinner for the family. If she decides to leave, does she have a place to stay? All the bank accounts joint, for example? Can she properly withdraw money from the bank accounts? And a lot of times, if she may choose to leave for herself, she will go back for the children. And the reason being is because who is putting food on the table? It's a very practical decision. So when we work with survivors, we have seen time and time again, sometimes they do go back. So our programming was all around teaching them business, encouraging them to launch out their own businesses, teaching them trade skills, for example, how to make jewelry, and also using arts for therapy. So they did art therapy, they did healing with horses, they did jewelry therapy, a lot of different skills. So it's a holistic program. And we've been working now in Trinidad and Tobago over the past 7 years. And we've also worked in Barbados and Jamaica, partnering with local NGOs there to advance economic empowerment, both for rape survivors as well as domestic violence survivors.
Excellent. Thank you very much indeed for that. Now, I've worked out in my head, Asiya, and you're roughly at the moment going to receive about 22,500 Trinidad and Tobago dollars. I'm hoping that's going to be a lot more by 6 o'clock tonight, English time. But at the moment, I'm pretty confident in saying we're going to be sending you at least 22,500 Trinidad dollars.
Yeah.
How valuable will that be to your charity?
Well, that's going to be very helpful for us because we just received last year, we ran our Survivor Business Pitch Competition, sort of similar to Shark Tank, but yet very different. And so at the end of that competition, it's an 8-month-long program. Survivors get business training. They get mentorship from global mentors all around the world, Germany, Amsterdam, UK, the US, all across the Caribbean and Trinidad and Tobago. And then finally, their mentor works with them to help them prepare a business pitch that's 5 minutes long. And in March, on March the 6th this year, we had our competition, our Survivor Business Pitch Competition. They pitched their ideas to a panel of judges, which included the British High Commissioner to Trinidad and Tobago. And every single one of them received 4,500 TT as seed capital investment for their business, right? And then the top 3 would have received additional financial prizes. So with 22,000, that's roughly around seed capital for around 5 survivors of rape and domestic violence, helping them to launch their business ideas or to expand existing businesses, because some of them may have very small, businesses. They're maybe trying to sell smoothies or make food or do clothing, but at the end of the day, they need that seed capital investment. So huge gratitude to you, to your entire team, to all the people who have donated to this cause. We are very grateful on behalf of our survivors for all your support in terms of making this program a possibility, because I spoke about it on television about a month ago, And we now have a wait list for the second cohort of the program to run it again. So this will go to that second cohort to making it possible. So thank you so much.
Well, like I said, I'm hoping that money climbs this afternoon. I'm praying that climbs. But it's so good to hear where the money's going to go to and how well it will be used. Now, throughout the course of the afternoon, I'm going to be asking various people, can they describe sweet TNT to me? Now, I'll tell you where it comes from. Today, we're giving away this image. This image is the baby blue devil, and it's an image that was captured by David Weers. It's his birthday today, so happy birthday to David Weers in Trinidad. But I wanted to get people's idea of what does sweet TNT look like. So can you paint that picture for me?
Definitely. It's my favorite place in the world. I have lived all around the world, but I always keep coming back home like a Cascadoo fish. And for me, Trinidad and Tobago, where do I start? One of my favorite things to do here is the Caroni Bird Sanctuary. I'm a big avid bird watcher. And when you take the boats, you go out on that tour, and then the boats just wait for the scarlet ibis as they come in from Venezuela. And it's the most magnificent thing. You just see red, like flying all across onto the trees. And now we even have pink flamingos also coming in from Venezuela. And it's just absolutely stunning. The other thing for me is Tobago. Tobago is my personal magical. It's just magical. If you haven't been, if your audience hasn't been, get on, as soon as you can. When COVID is over, definitely visit. It's my favorite place on earth. And I really, really mean that. Tobago sunsets are magical, swimming with the pelican birds, the ocean, the people, the food. I can go on and on. That's a trick question when you ask it to me.
You painted two lovely pictures there. I'm going to be painting. I'm going to share a few visions with people, but I think the one that hooked me, the one that I fell in love with, was my first trip to Trinidad and Tobago for Carnival was in 1992, and I remember arriving on a Tuesday night, and I was staying in Morva, and they said, we're going to take a little pass by the Panyard. I said, all right, cool. So we are going over the Lady Young, and they stop at the lookout. And the vision of Port of Spain at night with the lights is a vision that I can see it now. This is 29 years later. I can see Port of Spain at night in the lights, and it just captured my heart. And I fell in love with Trinidad and Tobago. And it's one of the reasons why I'm here today, because my love affair with Trinidad and Tobago is so strong. Now, my final question for you is, how important is it for organizations such as Faith in Our Destiny to support charities like yours? How important is it?
I think it's hugely, hugely important. And I just want to encourage you and your team and other organizations who may be looking at this work to support us. Because, for example, I've lived in different places, including London, and I've come back home. The situation on the ground in terms of gender-based violence is quite challenging at the moment. And many smaller organizations like mine, we're doing very good work in terms of supporting survivors, but we need to be uplifted, right? We need shows like yours where we get to spread the work in terms of what we're doing. We, Conflict Women personally, has had a lot of support from the British High Commission in Trinidad and Tobago through the British Foreign and Commonwealth Office over the years since 2018 up until most recently. And that support, whether it's financial, whether it's technical, we have a lot of people who also support us. Like, for example, in this last Survivor Business Pitch program we ran, we had mentors from around the world. And these mentors are business managers, they're trade directors, they're amazing. And they gave their time and their energy for free as volunteers to coach our survivors here in Trinidad and Tobago. And it was one of the most beautiful things. So I think I would really encourage everyone who's on the call today to know that you can make a difference. Financial support is also extremely important, technical support, but I would encourage everyone to get involved. If what is happening in terms of gender-based violence, if it makes you sad, if it makes you angry, then do something about it. Because that's sort of what led me to launch the organization. It had gotten to the point, I'm a former diplomat for Trinidad and Tobago. It had gotten to the point where, you know, I was covering United Nations. You spend time in New York, you work on UN general resolutions for General Assembly. I mean, you cover a lot of the policy work, right? But then you come home and you see something is happening again to women and children in Trinidad and Tobago. So I think what I would recommend for everyone to do is find that one thing that you can do to impact change and do it. If that is joining with team members, like, you know, with in your case, and raising funds to support organizations like Conflict Women, then do that. If you want to be a mentor, if you want to volunteer to directly be engaged with your survivor and give your time and energy, then do that. But we need as much support as possible to move forward. So we're very grateful.
Asia, thank you very, very much indeed for talking to us this afternoon. Well, it's this afternoon where I am. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm very proud that we're raising money for Conflict Women, and I hope that finally, when we send you that money, it'll be a lot more than the $22,500 TT dollars that I mentioned. I'm praying that it is. Keep on doing the great work that you're doing, and once again, thank you very much indeed for taking time out. And also, happy Easter to you and your family. I hope you have a great Easter weekend.
Thanks so much. I'm very excited about it. And happy Easter to you and to the team. I hope you guys get a pause and a little bit of time for reflection and rest and relaxation.
Thank you very much indeed. This is Faith Doubles. My name from the sorry about that. My name is Martin J. I'm your host for the afternoon. Still to come, we've got DJ Rascal and Trini Gladiator from Just Vibes. They're going to be playing some music. Prophet Benjamin is going to be joining us, one of the artists that's going to be joining us this afternoon. I am looking forward to talking to him. But before we get there, we're going to get some more pan music right now. Let me get him up on the screen. He's about to go. His name is Kishan Porter from Mangrove. Kishan, it's all yours. Go ahead. Malika. Kishan, thank you very much indeed. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we seem to be having problems putting the GoFundMe link in the chat. So if you can go to GoFundMe and just search for Faith in Our Destiny, you will be able to donate. Okay. So if you go to Faith in Our Destiny and you just put the, go to GoFundMe and search for Faith in Our Destiny, then you should be able to get the link. Right. Let me add Malika to this. Let's get rid of Kishan for now. Malika, you ready to do your second poem?
Yes, I am, darling.
Brilliant. You go ahead.
All right, thank you. This poem is Hi Everyone Again. I'd like to big up my Rockets with Row crew who raised money from 10 o'clock this morning at short notice, put together the money to raise. This poem is dedicated to a friend of ours last year in the soca community who passed away due to gender violence. And I didn't know what to do with myself. It was at the beginning of lockdown, so I wrote this poem. This is for Denise. An alternative history of stones. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to celebrate, a time to refrain from embracing. Let us address the stone. What are you, stone, if not a small pebble that can be carried by hand? Therefore is the hand your servant? And you, stone, too have stories to tell. If a hand throws you stone, who is in the wrong? The hand? The poet piles up stones to build a cathedral around a young Black woman so she will not burn. Stone, though she hears you only scorch, crumble, or crack on the flames, the poet builds this protection. But it is too late in this season of struggling lungs and hammering fists behind quarantine doors. Mothers warn daughters, sometimes men will come like sheep, but are really goats. He came like a lamb and turned bull, turned beast, pummeling with hoofs, breathing fire. Stones, this is meant to be a poem about you, sir, but it is an unruly poem, a hard-headed poem, a wayward poem. Now, the poet's heart is a stone. Yesterday, a picture of a young Black woman friend bounced into the poet's inbox. He killed her, underlined below. An alternative history of stones, take two. Let us address the stones. And you, stone, too have stories to tell. Back home, in the woman's hometown village, young men gather stones in lush green bush to create a circle of stones to rest their pots over hot coal pots, cooking oil down. Yesterday, news flew across the net like a soiled dove with a broken wing. Fragile bruises bloomed. How long had he been seasoning the woman up to cook in our home like our house was an oven? Oh, let us address the stones, as stones too have stories to tell. Sir, you tell the poet, stone does not burn, it may crack or even be crushed into powder, but your answer is too late. Stone, you speak of David toppling Goliath with his slingshot. In the woman's village, boys went into the bush armed with slingshots to pelt birds, break their wings. Is this where the man learned to break the dove's wings? Remember, poet, you say, this is a poem about stones. Meanwhile, across Facebook, the woman's friends are stones rumbling, stones heavy. One post states, I spoke to her only last night. Death did not hint it was a stone's throw to the crawling fire. In this poem, honey thickens in the woman's veins instead of water. Boiling epidermis shrinks, then splits open, and oil flows from the woman's body like boiling tears. Oh, give me more oil in my lamp, keep it burning. Her friends sing a choir across Facebook, hymns to ease thoughts of oil in that oven, burning, burning till daybreak. Sir, this is a poem about stones, yes. And you, stones, have our stories to look at the woman's village. A nun sits on a big stone. Look again at the woman's village. A nun sits on a big stone by the seashore under the fire of sunset, praying for the woman trapped between a rock and a hard marriage. Sir, stone, is prayer a servant of the mouth, like stones are servants of the palm? Where were prayers at daybreak when the woman needed? Or where were prayers at daybreak when the woman needed? Where were prayers at daybreak when the woman needed? Oh, let us address the stones, as stones have their stories to tell. The poet attempts to resurrect. The poem attempts to resuscitate. Oh, let us address the stones.
When Malika and I had a very brief conversation about doing this, we didn't really talk about what Malika was going to do. I just left her to it. I haven't had a conversation with her about what poem she's going to do, how she's going to do it. And then she's bringing me to tears. You know, that is why we love her so much. Her name is Malika. And Malika, she's got another poem to do for us a little bit later on. I know that she's going to need a little bit of time to reset herself after that one, because that one was a deep one. Thank you very much indeed, Malika. Ladies and gentlemen, please donate. Please donate. All right. And please share the live. Please let people know what we are doing and how we are doing it. Now, I'm not really one to sing, but many years ago, a song came out. I want to burn a fire, but here what happening? I said, way. And everyone was saying, yeah, boy, this reggae artist coming on this soca scene, and just, he's here with us today. The other person I'm going to introduce you to is an old friend of mine. And it brings me so much joy to see him on the screen, looking so well. His name is Blacks. So first of all, let me say good afternoon to Prophet Benjamin, and welcome Prophet Benjamin to this Pan Poetry and Double show. Prophet, welcome, sir. Hang on, let's get your mic on. Try again, sir. I'm not hearing you. Blacks, can you hear him?
No, I can't hear Prophet. Could you hear me?
I can hear you, Blacks.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get Prophet's mic sorted out. And let me talk to my old friend here. How are you, sir?
I'm pretty good. Really good. I'm really good. Thank God. I have really good confidence in my health system. Prophet, I think you're on now, man.
Hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah, good. All right, so let me, now that I've got Blacks here, I'm just going to talk to him first, Prophet, and then I'm going to talk to you. You weren't well. It was quite a public thing because, you know, people knew about it. People were raising money for you. How are you? If I was to judge the 2021 carnival season, I'd say you good. But let me ask you for yourself, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. My health is now better than before I got sick. You know?
Really?
Yeah. Our main medical facility here in Trinidad, which is the Mount Hope Hospital, they went through me with a fine teeth comb, man, from small toe straight to your mark, to your forehead. I had a bad kidney. My kidney was giving problems, and my lungs was giving problems. And when they fixed both, they went through everything: heart, stomach, chest, colon, you know, every single test there was. So I'm now being released every week now. When I go there, right more from a clinic, right more from the heart clinic, right more from this clinic, you know. So I'm pretty good right now.
Good. Lovely. Let me go back to Prophet now and talk to Prophet, and firstly say welcome, sir. It's a pleasure to have. Yes, man. It's a pleasure to have you here. I can see the poster behind you of something very special that's taking place tomorrow. It's called One Nation. Tell us about it, please.
Yeah, well,
the One Nation is, a movement designed to uplift, to strengthen. This event is coming off with both Blacks, myself. We have Kizzy, we have Daniel Bless. This is taking place in San Fernando on Sunday, right? Cipero Street. The intention is to bring about awareness and even to contribute to the same cause that you all represent in this interview. Violence against women, violence against children, and the upliftment of our nation as a whole.
Excellent stuff. Tell me about your rise to fame. For those of us that are in the soca industry, Prophet Benjamin was a name that kept popping in and out of the industry because every now and then you come up with a big song. But you're an established reggae artist in its own right. Tell us about that journey.
Well, I always aspired to be a reggae artist. I love Peter Tosh. I love Bob Marley. I love the idea of reggae. I love the genre of music. But coming from Trinidad, this is the land of soca. So it would be disrespectful for me to not to represent my island for what my island produces. And because I do have limitations to myself as an individual, I ain't see it as a problem to jump in that arena and represent as well. And having people like Blacks and them as my side to support, because Blacks and I always had a strong relationship. He would always advise and give some good opinions and good pointers. So it helped me to broaden my perspective. And that was me bringing out that side of my talent.
Can I ask you, how long have you known Blacks?
How long I know on the reggae scene now? Let me say 16 years. Inside of that 16 years, knowing him as a personal with a relationship, I would say 10 years out of that.
Okay, cool. So that's a fairly long time. I beat that though. I'm in the 20s with Blacks.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's about 25 years now. I've known Blacks on a close level. I think it's safe to say that. So
27, I think, Jay. 27.
Yeah, something like that. So Blacks, tell us about your music for 2021, the carnival season that wasn't, but it was because there were so many amazing songs. Tell us about your carnival season.
Well, I didn't really have a carnival season. If I had a carnival season, I wouldn't be talking to you here all now. And I'd be either looking for rest or out of the country because we leave pretty soon after carnival. What we had was a lot of artists trying to hold the thing together, trying to represent, although through the pandemic and the restrictions, we had a lot of artists that braced the corona, the COVID, and the restrictions, and go through formalities, go through the commissioner and get permission, the prime minister, just to put on shows so that we could keep our fans. I was very fortunate to put on my show, Harmony Tree, this year, and the outpouring and the love was great. This year I didn't focus much more on party music or road music or anything like that, because I went through an experience that was a life-changing experience. To change my life in every aspect. How I eat, how I sleep, how I rest, what goes into my body, the regular little walk. These are things that I didn't used to do. So my music this year represents what I went through. I have a song, Who God Bless, No Man Curse.
Yeah.
And I have So sunshine on my right, do. I know do is one of your favorite.
Listen, Doo Darling and Sunshine. Oh my goodness.
Right. Sunshine was just what I went through for the period I was sick in 2020 for almost 4 months. Both sons used to come to the hospital as often as possible, twice per day. And they brought my phone and a wireless box, so you was hearing music in my room 24/7 in the hospital. So, and Soca is this. So Soca definitely was my sunshine. That song was written by Chinese Laundry and Colonel Roberts, and produced by Studio Musica. You know, and when those guys approached me to do this song, it was relatable instantly. So, you know,
I'm smiling because Nyla Blackman was supposed to join us a little bit later on this afternoon. She couldn't make it. I had to dig deep. I had to go into my phone and say, well, who I could call, boy? And I've just seen him. It's like he's testing now. So I can promise everybody that I have a very special surprise a little bit later on. You know him very, very well. Let me go back to Prophet Benjamin for a little while, please. Prophet, as well as blacks and the artists, what, you know, if people in the UK that are watching this show today would like to get involved in One Nation, how can they watch it? Do they purchase a ticket? What's the procedure?
Yeah, well, it's streaming online. Right, we will send out the information soon to your network where people could link and get to see this wonderful concert. Well, I don't know if I wasn't performing, I would definitely connect just to see Blacks in his reggae mood. And being in the band room with him in rehearsal and seeing him operate, I must say is an inspiration. Blacks is very versatile. Very versatile.
I want to interject there because throughout the carnival season, we were watching shows and I was saying that when you're a band singer like Blacks, there's a way that you command the camera that not every artist can do. Yeah. And because Blacks can do, and this is no mama guy, because Blacks can do that, you get an extra special show from him. If he's singing to 2 people on the pavement, or he's singing to 50,000 people in a crowd, or he's singing to a camera, you're going to get a similar show from him. And that is a very, very special talent.
Blacks perfect the art of setting the mood. Whatever mood Blacks want, Blacks create. And I look at him because being a reggae artist in Trinidad, I don't limit myself. So when Blacks mentorship is a great contribution to the upliftment of my representation as well. I'm not afraid to say that, yes, I'm good at what I do. There's room to become much better. And because of people like Blacks and the team, yeah, I feel safer because he doesn't hold back on giving his strength to upcoming artists. And that is what we need. We need people, we need more like Blacks to help the generation to come to be as great as them and even greater.
Excellent stuff. Prophet, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask Blacks the same question. Do you have a message to the men of Trinidad and Tobago with specific reference to why we're all gathered here today? Prophet,
you want to take lead, Blacks, or you want me to control?
Well, I will kind of swing the question. You know, we have a problem here that is existing in Trinidad and Tobago. That is the gender-based violence that's going on against our women here in Trinidad and Tobago, which is very upsetting for me. And I'm really, really glad this question kind of covers a little part of this because that is what we also contributing to, you know. And I want to swing the topic a little bit, or the question a little bit. And let's focus on the women, on how women care about themselves. And there is something that we as fathers and uncles, and we have nieces and aunts and sisters and mothers and grandmothers, we are the ones to take the step forward and start to talk to our young nieces and sisters, teach them. Our women in Trinidad, they know nothing about awareness. They're not aware of their surroundings. That is something I teach my daughters. I have 2 daughters. Mainly that is why I want to speak on the topic, because I have 2 daughters. I teach my daughter when she walks into a restaurant, a fast food outlet, she must know how much people in the front of her, on the side of her, on the left of her, on the right of her. And I have a daughter is 9, and she could tell you that. I have a daughter is 20 years. She could tell you that when she walks in, she scopes the area. People give off signals. Men give off signals. You have to teach your girls now to read these signals. You understand? So that's just my take on
Well, if I was to add to what you're saying there, I want to contribute and say too, yes, I think that the homes, society lacks structure for the upcoming generation. They lack structure. And if we don't take charge of that right now, we're going to have a worse tomorrow. A worse tomorrow. Today is already terrible. It's only going to get worse if we don't encourage a sense of change. Because what is being fed, just as Blacks say, not just to the male, but to the female. Because if women don't learn to respect themselves, they put men who don't have respect for themselves in a position to disrespect them. At the same time, there is no good reason to disrespect anyone. So for the man of them who fail to recognize the value of a woman, I could remember I had two privileges. One was seeing my first child mother make a child in the hospital. I was allowed in the room. So I saw what giving birth does to a woman. And I saw my mom get a lash from a stepdad when I was young. And these two things tell me I will never hit a woman. The compassion that I have grown for women when I see my mother get a lash, how it felt. All woman is my mother. All woman is my sister. All women are my daughter. It doesn't matter. It have nothing to do with blood relative. It named life relative. We are part of life. So we have to respect all women. I encourage all women. I encourage all men to respect women because we need women. Without women, we ain't gonna be here. I had a womb. I could have said, if I as a man could have make a child, nobody didn't breed in me. Based on what I see, a woman just have to go through to give birth. So we have to respect the fact that that pain that they undergo, Virgin, we can't turn around now and because it's not your mother, look at a woman as an object or opportunity to just benefit from some physical satisfaction. On top of that, you're willing to do it forcefully and abusively. I totally against that. Women too, they're too nice, they're too proper. God has done a wonderful job by creating a woman. And we have to show appreciation to God for his creativity and show appreciation to his creation. Love our women, strengthen our women, build our women. It have a lot of TV shows that is also, some of these things has helped to influence the wrong message in our women. They teach them out of themselves and not within themselves. They see value in outer beauty and not in inner morals. So they carry about themselves in a way where the response to how you project yourself, the response to how you display yourself, it is encouraged some outer timing things, some off stuff. But it doesn't mean that is reason for a man. Look how she dressed, I go violate she.
Now if you continue, that's why I say that is where we the men now have to step in and contribute that part of talking to our sisters, our nieces, our nephews, our nieces, our aunts, we have to make that mandatory now and teach our women to be aware of their surroundings. Teach our young ones that men gives off signal, women also, they gives off signal. We have to learn to read those signals because some of these people are sick too, Some of these men are not well in the head.
Yeah.
They're sick, and when you're sick, you give off a signal, no matter how nice you dress, what car you drive, you give off a signal. So we teach we young females to read signals.
I'm going to stop you guys there. I'm going to stop you guys there. Not because it's because we've got a heavy load to deal with today, and we got some people that need to join us. But thank you to both Blacks and Prophet Benjamin for taking out this time. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to invite Prophet Benjamin to send me the information for One Nation. I have the Caribbean Affair tomorrow at midday, which is 7 o'clock in the morning, Trinidad time. The Caribbean Affair is a 30-year-old soca music program. and I will make sure that I promote to my listeners your show, One Nation, tomorrow. Okay, so we can continue that. I don't think Blacks will be up at that time in the morning, but I will most definitely make sure. I will make sure that I continue to promote your show for you tomorrow, because I think it's a great show, and I know that I'm going to tune in tomorrow and watch it. One Nation down in San Fernando. Oh, if only I could be down in San Fernando right now. So thank you very much indeed for taking the time out. I fully appreciate it. Blacks.
Yes, sir.
God bless you.
Thank you very much.
That is what I'm going to say. I ain't going to say no more. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Nice.
I know we'll see one another pretty soon, brother.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Most definitely. God bless to both of you. Thank you very much indeed for taking this time out. It's been very, very enlightening. And Prophet Benjamin, one day you and I go do a proper musical interview where we could go through your catalog.
Anticipate the moment, my brother.
Yes. Nice. Yeah. Good. Okay. So like I said to everybody, we got a couple of surprises for you. Earlier on today, I put a call into somebody that I would class as a good friend. I'm not in I wouldn't like to name drop or anything, but all I could tell you is in a not too distant future, we're going and jam in the backyard. That is all I'm going to tell you. We are going to go and jam in the backyard. But before we do that, we're going to take a little musical break. I'm going to introduce you to DJ Rascal of Just Vibes. Trini Gladiator is going to come on as well. We're going to play some music, have some fun. Oh, you're together. Beautiful. Even better. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to enjoy this musical session. Just Vibes, DJ Rascal and Trini Gladiator. It's your turn now, mate.
Thank you, brother. Big up to Martin. Big up to all the people. Big up to all the viewers. Make sure and support the cause. We're going to do something like this. If you're home, it's Easter Saturday. Might be eating a little food. Say what's up to the friends. Message them. Tell them to come down and say. Let us know if it sounds right, Martin. Put us in the chat group. Let us know. DJ Rascal Trigger, it's a Just Vibes family.
Every day, them a grind me down, but I just don't have fun. All me want is the music all night long. Play the music big and strong, cause I just don't have fun. Run the gun, straight to town, don't stop this jam. Cause you know I'm addicted.
Want to shout out everybody in the chat. Shout out to Melissa and Marky. Shout out to Michelle Parker. Rocky with Roll Rochelle. Keisha and all the crew. Pan, Poetry, Doubles, and Vibes. I hope everybody had a little food. You know, you're bubbling a pot on the other side. But right now, in a little while, we're going to get a little interactive, all right? So in a little while, we want you to put some words in the chat, and we're going to make a little song together. Shout out to Joanna Trotman. Shout out to Mel Charles. Nevin, all the crew and crew. Get those words ready.
Henri, when you get that sugar, darling, there is nothing sweeter. You make me squeal, you make me warm, you make me feel like that one tall.
Big up to Rocket with Row. Make sure and follow all these guys doing their things as well.
Oh, Father, who has given us the heart that we can all see like we're a part of this earthly heaven.
Easter Saturday vibes. You know how we do it. So remember we said, people, it's time to get interactive. Time to get interactive. We want everybody at home to get ready to type some words in the chat. Get ready to type some words in the chat. And we're going to make a song together. All right? So make sure, think about whatever. And get ready to write some words in the chat. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Just Vibes in the company. Shout out to all the crew. Shout out to Martin J, of course. And if you're feeling good at home, with your neighbors, with your friends, somebody say, all right, people, get ready. Get ready to write some words in the chat. We're going to create a little song together, like a little extempo, a little soca extempo, soca freestyle. Get ready to write some words. When DJ Rascal drops this one in, we're going to start to write those words in the chat. Make sure to spread the link and make sure to donate. Faith in our destiny. You see the link there, make sure and get it in. Let's go. All right, people, I want you all to write some words in the chat. Write whatever you're thinking, whatever you want to do. Write some words in the chat. Write some words in the chat.
If you're looking for a
do this for around the Caribbean, from the UK to the West Indies, around the world and back. Write some words in the chat.
Let me take you to Trinidad and Tobago. We are the greatest land of Calypso. We have a uptown style for your disco. We have a downtown gal for your tiptoe. Send me tequila.
Keep writing those words. Keep writing those words, people. Keep writing those words.
Baby girl, where you up to? Hey, gal, wind up your body non-stop. We love it when you bubble on top. Your pretty body, girl, fit for the carnival. Every man want that. Wind up your body non-stop. We love it when you bubble on top. Your pretty body, girl, fit for the carnival. Every man want that. Me get a gal, we go wine behind the choke. Me get a gal, we go wine me till me bro. See me baby, a style.
Keep writing those words. Keep writing those words. Two people write the same word. Keep writing those words, people. Melissa, Michelle, Joanna, Rocky with Ro, Rochelle. Everybody write some words in the chat. So we're gonna do this together. We're gonna do this together. So we're gonna do. We're gonna pull it off from the top. One. Let's go. Let's go like this. So the first word, somebody said blessed. Yes, everybody, yes, we feeling blessed. No stress, no stress. 4 days of holiday, you know, feeling the best. Freestyle flow in the case you didn't know. Just Vibes fam, Trinidad Tobago. Pan Poetry doubles, yes, the vibe. Yes, it's the crew, big up to Just Vibes. Big up all the people in the chat right too. Nevin, Rhythm K, and yes, you. Big up to Marshall Parker, thing with Nikki. Storytime with Auntie Nikki, yes, big up Buffett, Benjamin. Everybody know Melissa Charles, Anne Markey, yes, you're large and in charge. Martin J, and all of the crew. Everybody know, yes, donate time too. CYCLE, don't know what that means, but big up to Nevin, yes, you know that's the team. Joanna Trotman said Easter Saturday we bless you, know it's a feast here. Eat some chocolate, maybe some stew chicken too. I don't know what you're doing out with the crew. Big up Rock with Row, you know how we go. All of the people Trinidad Tobago. My Trinity shop put something in the chat. Everybody with your hands up like that. Freestyle flow. The people just go. Yes, your thing is hot. Yes, you know. Like the food coming down from my Trinity shop. Some doubles and pan, we all close up the shop. It's Saturday holiday type vibes. Yes, you know how we take it inside. Boy lyricist, yes, Rock with Row. Yes, we do the thing. Dance on your toe. Do a little exercise and come back and see. Big up DJ Rascal and the Trini G. LAD, IAD, ATA. Everybody know we come here to play. Freestyle flow and the crowd just go. Getting on bad, this is on with the show. I tell you all types of things in the chat, but if you don't do it, gotta freestyle like that. This is me and Rascal right here. Everybody home, put some hands in the air. And yes, you know, this is the state. And when you do, don't forget to donate. Extempo off the top of the dome. Big up people from here and right back home. Yes, you do. We take it with the crew. Just vibes, everybody know what you do. Joanna Trotman spitting bars, boy, true. Everybody know this is how we do. Told you to put some words in the chat. We want to make it together. But you know, next time, we're going to do it again. DJ Rascal, let's go. Make sure to make your donations, people. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share the link. We're here together. Pan Poetry and Doubles. You know how we do. Easter Saturday, good vibes only. Spreading love from you and us to the world.
My vibes too high, and my heart it told me jump right now, you will touch the sky. Feel my love unfolding like a laughing flame. All who did not know me when not done, they gon' know the name. Million people coming down, dancing to a song.
Sing along at home.
Love is life and life is love. Blessings from above. Can you feel the love that's in the air? When you feel it, never hear you say, dancing, moving everywhere. If you feel it, never hear you say, na 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 na.
Sing along at home. Shout out to Stacy, shout out to Cynthia, Nevin, of course. If you're at home, people, want you to think about your friends and family who would enjoy this show. Lots more to come. So just send them the link and send them the donation link as well.
When I lost them, can't find my way. Is your love help me elevate? And when they try to block, I still come again. It's the way you lift me up. I could never give it up, no. When they push me down, I get up. And my tongue, I get up. Turn it around, I get up. Cause you are there for me.
Shout out to Kelly.
Thank you for loving me. And you always been right there. I'm telling you, cause you're the reason why I live in love. All them things, but I thank you. Stand by me. No matter all the rivers burn. Still live in love. Everything, but I thank you. Always around, but I thank you, baby. You give me this energy. You give me that energy. Can you feel this energy? With everything beating inside of me soul. This energy.
Good vibes only on a Saturday, Easter Saturday too. Just Vibes crew.
Hands in the sky, we bring the vibes. Once we reach in your bed, it's nice. Yeah, boy. They can't deny, we bring the vibes. And I don't mean to be bossy, but they can't party like rain. One from one, so got them, but for sure, they can't party like rain. Don't matter time or day, we can start it anyway. Oh gosh, oh child, feel like you're ready, sweet and so mad, oh man.
Yeah. Oh Lord, mama, together this and the love is so strong. Oh Lord. And you don't care.
That's right, Michelle Parker, that's right. Don't forget everybody's head across to GoFundMe. Faith in our destiny.
Once we reach in your bed, it's nice. Yeah, boy.
They can't deny, we bring the vibes. And I don't mean to be bossy, but they can't party like rain.
One from one, so got them, but for sure, they can't party like rain.
You don't have that time on them, we can start it anyway.
Let's go.
How are you? Yeah. Hey, I don't know. Give me the work, yeah. Give me the work now. Give me the work now. Now, I come for this work. Sign me up. I come for this work. Sign me up. I come for this work. Sign me up. I come for it. Boss lady, I come for this work. Sign me up. I come.
It's the weekend. Hopefully nobody's working.
I come for this work.
Your only work is to donate.
I wanna sign my signature, cross my T's, cause I have all the requirements that you need. My resume, flawless, suitable, diverse, reliable.
If you're hiring, I just want to go to work. Boss lady, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for it. Boss lady, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. And I'm a working company. You say I got vacancy, I could be number one employee. I aim to please, guaranteed.
Just vibes.
All right, yeah, well equipped. It's up top, I'm climbing it. This economy.
Let's go, let's go. This is going to be the final tune from us from Just Vibes Fam. All right, we're going to pull it up right there. Once again, enough respect to Martin J and the whole team. Thanks for having us. Make sure to donate and keep locked in.
Mark, can you hear me?
We can hear you, bro.
How did you know to play that tune then?
Boy.
How did you know?
We connected.
I'm on the phone to him saying, boss man, yeah, I'm gonna get you on. His internet is not as stable as we would like it to be. So we're gonna try a thing now, which is why I had to cut in as much as possible. But Just Vibes, thank you very much indeed. Gladiator, we need to talk about your extempo, boy. That was fire. That was pure fire.
Will do. Anytime.
We need to put you up against Gypsy and see what happened there.
Listen, I'm saying this publicly. I'm very for that. I accept any challenge on extempo.
Boom. Okay, we will do that. All right. Let me have a word with this very beautiful young man here. I'm not sure how much of a conversation we're going to be able to get, but Farmer Nappy is on the show today. Farmer, can you hear me, sir? Nah, it's pausing. It's pausing. I've got an idea. I'm going to talk to Melanie and then I'm going to get you on the phone, Farmer. Stay there. All right. Melanie, welcome.
Hi. How are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
Thanks for having me.
First of all, let me say thank you very much indeed for joining us on this very special broadcast. This is Melanie Ed Benjamin from Shipwreck. And Shipwreck is an organization that's made a sizable contribution to the Caribbean entertainment scene in the UK. So, Melanie, could you just share some of your highlights with us?
In terms of Shipwrecked, obviously, we are on a carnival scene. We're an entertainment promotion. And it's not just myself, it's Damien, it's Emil, and we have a team behind us. But what we try to do is we try to bring the entertainment that you would normally find in Trinidad on the all-inclusive scene to the UK. And a part of that is having the food, introducing people to the cultures that we have in Trinidad. And we've been doing this for almost 15 years now. So it is something that we quite enjoy. It started off as a hobby and then expanded organically through word of mouth.
As a Trimbagonian living away from home, can you paint me a picture of your sweet Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, I came to the UK in 2002, so that would have been 19 years ago. And we have been back every year. And for me, I lived close to the savannah, so that is my home, just going around the savannah for snow cone, kite flying. I went to school near to the Savannah Holy Name Convent. And Trinidad for me is about the food, it's about the beaches, it's about the culture, the people, the vibrancy and the energy. So when I'm here in the UK, this Caribbean girl talking about Trinidad and Tobago, everyone gets really excited. Even my kids, they love it over there. They cry to come back to England. It is truly a beautiful place.
Excellent stuff. I can see that vision there. I'd like to ask you, Melanie, in your opinion, how important is it for us to stand against gender-based violence, particularly at this time in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, if you take it back a few years ago, this is not something that would have been spoken about significantly. And in recent times, certain circumstances have brought it to the forefront. It is very important. It's not only important from an educational perspective. It is about the fact that there are some cultures that still accept child marriages, some cultures that still accept domestic abuse in a home as a normal part of a relationship. And it is about educating society. It is about allowing women to be empowered to stand up and say no. It's about understanding what is accepted and what isn't accepted. And by having avenues and support mechanisms in place, this is the only way that things are going to improve, because it is all about education. It's not just one person trying to do this, it's a society. Each and every one of us has a responsibility to take this into hand.
Thank you very much indeed for that answer, Mel. And thank you very much indeed for joining me. If you guys could hear my phone popping. You're welcome. If you have my phone popping, I apologize, but the messages are going crazy here. And people are saying to me, Martin, I can hear your phone. I can hear your phone. So I'm going to try and call this young man here. And hopefully we'll be able to get through to him on the phone. Hopefully this phone will ring. Hello? No, we're not hearing him. Let me try it one more time. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Fatma, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Right, good. Okay, Melanie, thank you very much indeed for that.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have Farmer Nappy on the phone because he couldn't hear me on the screen. So hopefully you can hear him as much as I can hear him. How are you, sir?
Everything good, everything nice. It's a blessed Saturday, and it's everything nice. It's a God's day, given weekend.
Now, firstly, I want to thank you very much indeed for coming in at the last moment. I needed to call somebody and I didn't know who to call, and I went through my phone books. I said, if I'm going to pelt a shot, let me pelt a shot that could work. So Farmer, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Let's talk about your carnival season first of all, because you had an amazing one. How, now that you're at Easter and normally you would have been traveling and doing so many shows based on your carnival season, but reflectively now, how do you feel about your carnival season?
Carnival season is very, very nice right now. Watching the trophy. I got the trophy. The trophy is the most important thing, the road match. You know what I mean? I got the trophy. I have it here home. And, you know, this is Easter weekend. You know, I'm also into real estate. So this week, you know, it was a blessed week where I got 2 extra tenants at my place. So I just, you know, around the place, you know, just making sure they're comfortable while moving in. You know, so this is just natural. You know, it's just normal. We're in a pandemic. So you have to hold it down low. But for all those who don't know, from the month of May month, Farmer will be out in the United States of America working.
Right. And then you'll be coming over to England?
Well, so long as I have things on England, so long as I have vaccination and everything, and the vaccine and everything, if everything's settling, I think, well, you know, because I had a head out there because it have little works like all Atlanta, Orlando, you know what I mean, Miami. So, you know what I mean, the woman out there, you know what I mean. So I just preparing things home here to just, you know, I'm supposed to leave the end of the month, if God spare life, to head out. So my fans, a little bit of my fans, them could see me. Not much gathering, you know what I mean, but it's working.
I hear that. I hear that. Today we are here for quite a very special reason, Farmer. Faith in Our Destiny is a group of professionals that got together to raise awareness and to raise money, particularly for two charities in Trinidad and Tobago, one Conflict Women and the other one, the Network of Rural Women Producers. Both charities do some great and amazing things. What's your thoughts on the climate in Trinidad and Tobago with regards to gender-based violence?
What happened between me and you? We have violence, a lot of violence. Women is beating women in Trinidad, right? Two things I will say, right? In America, if you come to a household, right, and you see a woman's face blue or whatever, this and that man will get arrested immediately. In Trinidad and Tobago here, they will come and they'll see the woman face bruise up wherever, this and that, and they might take a report, bring for a report, and she gone back home. They know what happening. So we have to have a law way you get locked up immediately. You know what I mean? And sometimes like women in Trinidad might say they're not going to press charges. In America, you're not going to say you're not going to press charges. They're going to deal with it. So we need a law like that. That is one. The next thing what I will say, right, is a lot of women that spoil men, right? Because if you watch the world now, a lot of women is minding men. A lot of women is head of household in the world. You understand? Men just eating off of them, right? Men have to start to be man enough to know their role and to know their position and what they're supposed to do in a household as a family. You're supposed to provide, right? In a situation where now the world different, we 50-50 makes up 100. You and her working together, you have to come together, you have to communicate with to make sure that bills is being paid and make sure you still have some money saving or something, or they have to come together. But majority of women right now is minding men and giving them things. Stop giving men things. Let men start to wake up and smell the coffee.
Thank you very much indeed for that answer. I talking to you, I knew you were going to tell me things that were going to make my ears perk up. Throughout the course of the day, Farmer, we've been asking people, and this will be an interesting answer from you. I've been asking people to paint a vision of Sweet TNT.
Paint a vision of Sweet TNT now?
Yeah.
So now?
In your eyes, a Sweet Trinidad and Tobago, what do you see?
A Sweet Trinidad and Tobago is neighbors getting up in the morning, sharing with neighbors. Somebody putting up a wall, right? You know, for workers or whatever, a man might come over and say, let me give you a hand for the day. You understand? Sweet TNT is when you're going in a bank or going in any doors and they see not even a woman or a man, they see somebody coming behind you. You open the door and let them come in. You get up in the morning, good morning. You understand? Somebody baking a bread and say, neighbor, your bread smelling nice, right? And the neighbor just walk across after the bread and bake and say, well, since it's smelling nice, taste it. These are what Sweet TNT is. But it is not so now.
I hear that. I hear that. Hopefully, we can build it back. That's the plan. Hopefully, we can build it back, Farmer.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm saying hopefully we can build it back because, as you know, I have a love affair with Trinidad and Tobago. And the reason why I'm asking people this today is that whilst we have pain, whilst we have anger, you know, there's still a lot of goodness in Trinidad and Tobago that we need to highlight and we need to try and encourage people to bring back through. But I want to say thank you very much indeed to you for taking out the time to talk to me. It's just such a important gesture, and you don't know how much I appreciate it. Until I see you face to face, you will never know how much I really appreciate what you did for me today.
You're welcome. You're my brother. You're my family. But every day between me and you, I didn't think so, man. When my manager called me and told me, you know, it's just a last minute thing, I told him what I'm doing. But at the same time, I take the time out to do it for you because you just from me to one hand don't clap, man.
Correct. Well, as I said, thank you very much indeed, Farmer. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your Easter weekend. When you start to travel, do your thing. And I look forward to welcoming you to England one day in 2021. All right?
Thank you very much, man.
God bless you. Take care. Happy Easter. That's Farmer Nappy. That is the Road March King of Trinidad and Tobago. That is the international soca monarch of Trinidad and Tobago. We're rocking on, ladies and gentlemen. The money is climbing steadily, slowly but surely it's climbing. We've still got another performance from Malika. We've still got another performance from Kishan, and we still have DJ Marky to come, who's going to wrap up the show. But please keep on donating. All right, go to GoFundMe and keep on donating. If you donate £50 or more today, you're in with a chance to win this image, and it'll be framed by Campbell's of London. The image was donated by David Weirs. Please, please donate if you can. All right, go to GoFundMe, just search for Faith in Our Destiny and make your donation. Right now, I'd like you all to enjoy something very, very special. This is a video that was submitted as part of a competition, and it is our winning video. It's from a young lady by the name of Kai. This is absolutely magical, and I hope you enjoy it.
walk down the street. Cat calling me, leave me be. Can we exist peacefully? Just R-E-S-P-C, me. Can't see if I walk down the street. Cat calling me, leave me be. Can we exist peacefully? Just R-E-S-P-C, down. You can tell some around. We've endured the pain, but silent for two. You won't hold us down. You can mute our sound. We won't scream out loud. Be better.
amazing was that her name is Kai. She's 17 years old, and she is the winner of our video competition. We asked youngsters to submit their videos and their talent, and this was just absolutely fantastic. Kashan, if you can hear me, it's time for you to do your final song on the pan. I know you've been eating doubles. People have been saying to me, so Martin, it's pan poetry and doubles. How many doubles has he eaten so far? Yeah, you did see three already. Wow. Now, you know, when, like I said, I went on Facebook and I said, I need a panist. I can only pay you with doubles and I didn't expect you to pay you with so much doubles, but you're talented enough. I got to take that, man. I got to take that. So you're going to do your third and final song for us. Thank you very much indeed. Take it away. Kishan, thank you very much indeed, man. Thank you very much indeed. Don't go nowhere, you know. Make sure you stay there because after the show, I'm going to come downstairs and have a drink with you. I know there's no doubles left, but I'll come and have a drink with you. Oh. Let me bring in this partner here. And how are you, sir?
I'm good, Martin. How are you, my brother?
I'm good. He's a little bit worried. Because he says I like too much chuffedness. Ladies and gentlemen, this
something's
is...
going to change. I am not expecting anything else, Martin. I don't know here to expect anything else.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Trinidad and Tobago hero. There's no other word for it. Mr. Shaka Hislop is here. God bless you, brother.
Martin, pleasure to be here, man. From the time you reached out, you knew I was always going to say yes. I've known you for far too long to ever say no to anything you're doing, my brother. You know that.
You know, I'm going to talk about how far we go back in a very short while. Shaka Hislop, the 2006 World Cup. This is for people like me. You know, I was on the radio. I was on a small little station called Choice FM. Capital Radio were talking all their big talk and rare. And, you know, and people were saying, well, we need to try and get players from the World Cup, see if we can get someone on the phone. And on the same day that Johnny Vaughan from Capital wanted to clash with me, there I was saying, well, I've got the Trinidad and Tobago goalkeeper on the line. I was talking to Shaka Hislop. And people were like, how'd you do that? And I said, well, we go back a little way. I asked him if he'd do it. He said, yes. When West Ham got to the FA Cup final against Liverpool, again, the radio station was like, can we get anyone from the FA Cup? I said, well, we could talk to the West Ham goalkeeper. No way. And then we had the West Ham goalkeeper say, well, yeah, I'm just getting my massage done before we have a final training practice. That's the kind of kudos that Shaka Hislop has given me. But our relationship goes back way, way further than that. Firstly, how are you, sir? How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing very well, despite everything that 2020 and the early part of this year has thrown our way. I'm doing okay, all things considered. You know, my heart goes out to those who've lost so much, and so many of us can say as much over the last 13 or 14 months. But thankfully, me, my family, we're healthy. I got my vaccination a couple of days ago, so I'm seeing some light at the end of this tunnel. So I have to be thankful for those blessings.
Someone said to me the other day, this man's punditry on ESPN is so on point. And I said, well, it's Shaka, what do you expect? I don't expect nothing less. Are you enjoying doing that?
I am. I really am. More than I thought I ever would. And I'll be honest with you, Martin, I never planned to get involved in punditry or football analysis. The opportunity presented itself, and like any other Trini, I guess, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. I got some advice. I got some advice when I first joined ESPN, Martin, from Tommy Smith, Irish analyst who was here. And he said, Shaka, when you do, just be true to your opinions, you know, and that's all I've tried to do. I've tried to be true to who I am, my history in the game. I recognize that my history in the game is very different from so many others, including those in England. I come from a small island in the Caribbean, you know, so my outlook in the game is different from theirs. And I've tried to represent that. And while I accept that, you know, my opinion, my perspective might differ from a lot of other people's, all I can do is call it how I see it. And that's what I've tried to do. And I defend that.
And, you know, Shaka's one of the most genuine people you will ever come across. You're a family man. I look at you and your lovely wife, and I saw a picture of you that wasn't taken too long ago. And it looks like time has stood still. When I look at the two of you, all I can think of is the early days of Swiss Cottage. So we're going back to the early 90s.
That's a long time ago. No, you're really dating us here. You really. So yeah, so my wife Desha, as you know, from back in our early London days, time is definitely stood still for her. When I go out with her and the kids, they're like, "Oh, there you are with your kids." That's what I have to put up with now, you know. So, but yeah. But as I say, that is a long time you go back when you start talking Scottish. You're dating us, Martin. We're supposed to be lying about how old we are.
Well, no, you see, The reason I'm bringing it up is that, you know, for me as a man, I look up to you as a family man. Yeah. As a husband, as a father to your beautiful children, I look up to you as a family man. You know, you have to have people around you that you can aspire to. And I'm surely married life can't be a bed of roses for you every day of the week. You know what I mean? You must go through some struggles. But I want to have those pictures where Pauline is by my side in years to come, and I can say, we've done it. You know what I mean? We've gone through the ups and downs, and we stuck through it. And you typify that as a family man, which was one of the main reasons that I wanted you on this conversation, because of what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago, and how you would view it. So let's deal with that very quickly. What's your thoughts on the current climate of gender-based violence in Trinidad and Tobago in particular? We know it happens around the world, but let's deal with Trinidad and Tobago for now.
It's heartbreaking on a number of levels, to see where it's escalated to, and how our women in Trinidad and Tobago don't feel safe doing the most simple of jobs or tasks. Women can't walk down the street without feeling harassed. They can't get into a taxi by themselves without fearing for their lives. I think that's heartbreaking to recognize where we are right now. I also think, as a man, as somebody who has grown up in Trinidad and Tobago, we also have to recognize how some of our own behaviors, as menial as maybe we thought they were back in the day, have contributed to where we are today. Whether it's, you know, shouting things in the street that we think are just funny, or, you know, don't necessarily have an impact. But we, as men, we have contributed to where this has escalated. And now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, you know, if you suited a woman, or if you said something that you just thought was clever or funny, but could have been interpreted the other way, doesn't mean that you are now part of you know, the part of that small group of men who are hurting our men daily. We've contributed to a culture that has allowed the extremes in our society, in our communities, to bridge that gap, from going from some of those some of those behaviors to some of these more heinous acts that our women are having to deal with. As a man, I feel a responsibility to address maybe some of my own actions, and to that point, some of my own inactions, which is why when you called and asked if I'd be on here, I see this as being able to address a lot of my inactions over the years. And we have a duty to address those. We have a duty to our women. We have a duty to our communities. I feel, and we've had this discussion many times. You know me as a person. You know some of my own work in this charitable space over the years. We as a society, as a community, are at our best when everybody is regarded equally, regardless of gender, regardless of race, of sexuality, how you worship, if you worship. That's when we're at our best. And we have to, arm in arm, bring everybody in recognizing that equality, and in discovering that equality, uplifting each and every single one of us.
If he wasn't a pundit, he could run for Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago very, very easily. I'm not, this is no mama guide. I know it might sound like a mama guide to you, but just listening to Shaka talk there, that was just poetry beyond belief, man. And I really appreciate that. I've been asking everybody today, Shaka, to paint a picture of sweet Trinidad and Tobago. When you're away from Trinidad, is there a vision of Trinidad that comes in your mind? You say, oh my goodness. Can you paint that picture for me?
All right, I'll try. And I accept that Trinidad means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But me, when I think about Trinidad and I reflect on my time there growing up, I reflect on my time spent in Trinidad when I go home and on holiday now. You talk about the best of climates, the best of food, the best of people, people who culturally know how to enjoy themselves, culturally know how to relax, and yet somehow we still manage to get things done. It's a place that you can be who you want. You can and you will find fun, friendship, laughter in any degree that you want to have it. That for me is where is how I reflect on Trinidad. And I was having this discussion with my wife, with my daughter, my second daughter, just a few days ago, and just talking about the job that I do now in punditry, and I told her, listen, the game is about opinions, and everybody has different opinions, and at times I've suffered with the weight of social media and that criticism that comes your way. And the thing that's always brought me back to my center is going home. Because only when I go back to Trinidad, I recognize exactly who I represent and what I mean to the people who are closest to me. You know, so I might be here and for argument's sake, I will say West Ham are the greatest club in the history of football. You know, by history of West Ham, right? So I will say that, and I will get incredible abuse as a result. I'm just talking hypothetically here, of course.
And deservedly so.
I'll get incredible abuse on social media as a result. And it's only when I go back to Trinidad, and regardless of who they support, regardless of what they think about what I say, the overarching response I get from people in Trinidad and Tobago is, it's good to see somebody who looks like us, sounds like us, represents our own feelings on the game, on the television, and being willing to represent, stand up to the different opinions and the different characters, and laugh about things whether you get right or wrong. And that for me is where I've always found my center, and that probably is the one thing that I've missed most in not being able to travel over the last 15 months. That at times when the weight of adulthood, let's call it, start to weigh on you, I haven't been able to find that center. Hopefully I'll get there soon. But back to the original question, those are the things that Trinidad has always meant to me and continues to mean to me today.
Thank you very much indeed for that. What a beautiful answer. Whilst we're here, if you would allow me to, I am going to announce another winner. This young lady, we asked youngsters to do exactly the same thing. Paint a picture of what Trinidad and Tobago means to them. And this picture, let me get rid of that banner just for a little while. This picture was sent in by Tessa, who I believe is 9 or 10 years old.
Wow.
And she is the winner of our competition. Now, what is really, really interesting is that this is Tessa arriving in Trinidad and Tobago. And she is depicting the aroma that you get when you come off the plane. Now, when I was on Choice, we used to talk about this, and people say, Martin, you know, what's one of the first things that you used to notice when you used to get Trinidad and Tobago? And I used to say the smell. And they used to think that I was bad. They thought I was joking. I wasn't joking. There is an aroma. Not only when you get off the plane, when you come out the airport. I remember one random Friday evening landing in Trinidad, and we rented a car, and me and Pia are in the car, and I'm driving down Eastern Main Road, and somebody saw me that they recognized me, they'd be like, hey, Papi, what you doing? I say, I know, land. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that aroma going down the Eastern Main Road alone was just an infectious smell, you know, and Trinidad has so many of those little quirky, infectious things that hook people, not only people from Trinidad, guests like me that come down year after year after year after year. So Tessa, congratulations. You are our winner today. You've won yourself a lovely prize. I think that image is absolutely amazing. Congratulations. Let me put it out one more time for you. There it is. That is our winning entry. Thank you very much indeed to everybody that entered. And Shaka, can I say thank you very much indeed for joining me this afternoon.
It was absolute pleasure, Martin. It really was. Getting to connect with you in this way again, and for such a worthy cause. Hey, hats off to you. It's been my honor to share the space with you, my brother. It really has.
God bless you and God bless to your family, man. We're going to talk soon.
To you, my man.
Nice, son. Shaka Hislop, Trinidad hero. That's the only way you could describe him, a hero of Trinidad and Tobago. I think that it's quite poignant that this lady is going to be our last performer before we hand over to Marky. It is not too late for you to donate. Please do it. Please do it. Please let us raise that money for those two charities. The GoFundMe link is here. I'm going to leave it up on the page for you. And Malika, I'm going to ask you to do your third and final poem for us, please, Anna.
Thank you. I'm going to finish with two poems. The first one is called Warning. Some great-great-grandmother told her daughter, never let no man hit you and sleep. Pepper the food, boil hot water and throw. Use knife and make clean cut down there. Use cutlass and chop, then go police. Each daughter told over and over like brush your teeth till it stick. How my mother run away man with cutlass, chase him. How my gran used cutlass on the table to explain to her man, don't lose your blasted mind and raise that hand to me. And so we're shaped, molded, and made hard. I remember my aunt kicked her man out after her child was born, cut him dead like rotten wood. After he used her like boxing bag, kicking her womb as she lay on that floor that day, her blood boiled through swell eye and bust skin, and she knew he could not sleep, and he knew she wanted to kill him bad. Raised in London soil and Guyana sun, I never understood the need for cutlass, where it came from, till I visited Grenada, a place where man fist pound woman flesh like kneading hard dough. I see bull strength knock girls flat out when she man full of rum and carnival. How Ronald bust lashing woman ass every Friday and Saturday night, kicks you down, bust your tail, and next day is black eye and bruise as Pauline clings onto Ronald's foot, saying she loved him through each blow. I understand. I never knew I had it, thought I was soft, till the night my friend could not drive and I offered him my bed to sleep. I felt something in his look, he and I alone in that room, and my blood raised up, my pores swelled. I went to the kitchen, took out that knife, marched upstairs and told him I'm cutting it off if you lose your mind. Don't think it. And if you think it, don't sleep. And the last poem I'm going to do is for mothers and for women, aunties, and all the women. And it's called My Mother's Blues. And happy Easter to everyone. My mother knows pain, a sorrowful gospel type of pain. A slowly losing our eyesight, eye drops every night pain. A headache worrying for her children overseas, praying for their safety pain. A stare through each night, eyes blackening, hope they're all right pain. Yeah, my mother knows pain. Is my children don't call, do they still love me pain? A worrisome dying gray hair, black children too far away pain. Or will my daughter ever have children? She's 38 years now pain. Your womb is growing stone, is becoming a stone sermon for her only girl on her birthday pain. Yeah, my mother knows pain. So what did I do wrong bringing them up? Pain. And my son has gone astray. Someone put Obi on him, so I have to pray real hard. Pain. And look how so-and-so children do so well. I wish mine were like that. Pain. Yeah, my mother knows pain. Is the house now empty? No one to cook for pain. I can't let go, have to let go pain. It's a let me tell you how to bury me pain. I want a plain box, no fancy coffin, or I'll come back and haunt you pain. And don't have no big set of people coming around calling it a wake pain. It's a let me tell you what you will get after I'm gone so you don't fight pain. And don't worry, I go soon be dead and gone, and then you go miss me. Pain. Yes, my mother knows pain. Thank you, Martin, and thank you everyone who tuned in and everyone who donated, and please keep donating.
Malika, thank you very much indeed. That's all I can say to you.
You're
Her
welcome.
name is Malika. And Malika. I will say that forevermore. God bless you. Happy Easter, and we shall
Thank
talk
you.
soon.
All right, darling. Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've almost come to the end of the broadcast. I'm going to be handing you over to DJ Marky from Soca Addict Events to wrap it up very, very shortly. But before we do that, could I just say congratulations to Shaylo. She was the person that was drawn out of the hat. She sponsored our personal challenge, and she actually sponsored me personally for my 5K walks. She is our winner. She's won herself an amazing, amazing picture that was donated by Soca Addicts. So congratulations goes out to Shaylo for that. I've also want to say congratulations to all our winners that have won throughout the course of the 4 weeks. Our current total is, I think, about $5,500. The amount that we've got on GoFundMe is not the full amount because there are some other amounts. But thank you very much indeed to everybody that has participated. 4 weeks ago, we were asked to come together as a group of people. And these are the partners that are left in. Let me remove that banner just for a short while. Carnival Slayers, AB Culture, Bacchanal Radio, My Trini Shop, Soca Addict, Smash Productions, Inside Soca, Anna J, Handmade with Love. Look out for those Wings of Hope. They're on their way to England, and very, very soon I'll be letting you know when they're available. Fanatic Mass, the two charities that we've raised money for, Conflict Women, and the network of rural women producers. There are some people that donated a lot of money, and just after Marky's finished, I'm going to announce who they are. But for your generosity, thank you very much indeed. To everybody that's enjoyed today, to everybody that's been moved by today, please share this. This is a video that will go up as a recording that you can share with people. They can watch it over the Easter weekend. We will leave the GoFundMe page open. Let's continue to raise some money. Marky, can I just say, when I was invited to work with this group and I was told that you were going to be part of it, I ran a mile. No, I didn't really. I was looking for I was looking forward to it so much because we worked on other things together, and there's a certain level that we managed to achieve. So it's been a great 4 weeks. Thank you very much indeed. I'm looking forward to having a little bit of a drink now and any doubles if Kishan's left any for me. And I'm going to enjoy some music for DJ Marky. Right at the very end, I'm going to acknowledge a few contributors that have contributed a lot of money. But enjoy this music. And if you felt good this afternoon, go and donate some more money. Marky, it's all yours, mate.
Well, we continue. Great stuff. Let's have some music. Continue with those donations.
I could bring my friends and you could bring your friends, and we friends will all line together. Just decide who comes with lining in. This is right here in the back. Yeah, we go tingy licky, tingy licky, tingy licky. This right price and we put it right here in the back. Yeah.
This is the grand finale.
Go shut in the kitchen.
We want to go them style, all right?
Start eating, you hear me? Ping, ping.
We want to raise as much money as possible today.
Listen.
Keep donating, people.
Come in here. I go bring my friends and you bring your friends, and we friends will all line together. Just decide who comes with lining in. This is all right here in the back. We go tingy licky, tingy licky, tingy licky. This right price and we put it right here in the back. Go shut in the kitchen. Grab my box and then start eating. You hear me? Someone who will give the order to the youth. I house shoes and safety. So when you wind on the line, you break your hip. We don't need no big promoter. The members got be responsible. So when you see the police, tell them come get something to eat right now in the back. We go ting-a-licky, ting-a-licky, ting-a-licky. This right by celebrity, right sharing the back. What's the thing you can change? That's my contact and stop it in you. But we are the most of our winner. All girl to show up your bumper. Who will put on the dance and wine? And know that I got us a rain. We don't need no big promoter. The members got be responsible. Hey, when you see the
Easter Saturday with GoFundMe. Faith in our destiny. Go donate some money. If you enjoyed the show today, pocket change going ting-a-ling.
Sing this. Bing, 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 ba-ding, bing, bing. Nice. I like it. Section 2.
We want some heavy notes, some heavy donations.
Bing, bang, bang, bing, bing, bang, bang, bing, bang, bang, bing, bing. Nice. Section 3 is sweet. This is the section. Yeah, what you singing? Nice. Oh, you're singing good. Hey. Bring my friends, we bring your friends, and we friends will all like together. Just decide who walks with me. This is all right, right here in the back. We go ting-a-licky, ting-a-licky, ting-a-licky. This right by celebrity, right here in the back. What's your thing, kitchen? That's my doctor, let's start with it. What you doing with your time? I'm up in the western time. What you doing with your time? I'm looking on right now, but better days are coming, coming. Change your ways. And this moment pass you by and remain the same. Better days are coming, coming. Change your ways. So let this moment pass you by and remain the same. Hey, what we gonna do now? There's no panorama. Hey, we got your papa play us in the savannah. Hey, just be patient, hold it straight. Enjoy life and don't complain. You got to pray like every day. And it's gonna be a great. And it's not coming, coming. Change your ways. So let this moment pass you by and remain the same. Better days are coming, coming. Change your ways.
We all in this together, people.
So let this moment pass you by and remain the same. Long time, long time, long time.
Easter Saturday, this is how we do.
Come take a look at Sean on the inside. We got fight, we got love energy and girls on the inside. Boy, come take a look at Sean on the inside. We got fight, we got love energy and girls on the inside. Boy, yeah, party nice. Hey, the old party got fire, yes. When the cool link up, it's not in a bundle, yeah. It's we who bring the vibe. So come take a look at Sham on the inside. We got fight, we got love energy and girls on the inside. Boy, come take a look at Sham on the inside. We got fight, we got love energy and girls on the inside. Boy, I'm at a happy place in my life every living day. Happy place in my life every living day.
2021.
My life every living day. I'm at a happy place in my life and it can't change. I'm just come out here to do right. So whether day or night I will never ever change. I'm at a happy place every way I go. I'm at a happy place never ever change. I'm at a happy place every way I go. I'm at a happy place. So when you see me rocking with my friends, it's just a love, it's just a vibes on the ends. And when you see me rocking by myself, tell them it's no false pretense, so me tell them. And when you see the liquor in me head, we live my life like it's no problem. And anybody wants to fight with me, tell them you me I love for them. That's why I will never ever change.
We want to shout out all our partners.
Every way I go, I'm a happiness.
Everyone in the chat, share the link. Let's continue to donate.
I smile at them, give the vibes away, and I smile at them, give the vibes away. I smile at them, give the vibes away, and I smile at them.
Hey, dance the march. Welcome, welcome, one and all to the land of death. Trini to the bone, Trini to the bone. When they come to Bacchanal, well, they can't beat we at Trini to the bone, Trini to the bone. Look, sweet woman buried abundantly. The brethren live for the energy. Some people say God is a Trini. Paradise does not come easily. God gave us a spirit fiery, but nothing in the world will bother we. But look at Smack Man, God with big money. We still come out and mash up the party. Sweet, sweet TNT. Oh, how I love us.
Sing it out if you know it.
Sweet TNT. No place in this world I'd rather be. Sweet, sweet TNT.
Martin asked the question about what your paradise would look like.
TNT.
What is your vision?
Sugar can be good for me. Oh, from Togo to Caroni. Oh, Maraba to Sanssouci. Oh, from Scarborough to Kokori. Oh, profiling on Frederick Street. Sweet, sweet TNT. Oh, how I love of this country. Sweet, sweet TNT. No place in this world I'd rather be. Sweet, sweet TNT. Oh, how I love of the country. Sweet, sweet TNT. All the sugar can be good for me.
All these years I spent abroad in the cold, longing to be home. Trini to the bone, Trini to the bone. But I pray that some sweet day I will no longer have to roam. Trini to the bone, Trini to the bone.
The problems we have are plain to see. We prove we can stand the scrutiny. All I know that's true democracy. How we vote is not how we party.
There's no place like home, some people say. Though some have to leave to make your way. Look in your hands and know their destiny.
So come home and pick up the country.
Sweet, sweet TNT.
Lord, how I love of this country.
Sweet, sweet TNT.
No place in this world I'd rather be.
Sweet, sweet TNT.
Lord, how I love of the country.
Sweet, sweet TNT.
All this sugar can be good for me.
Nothing wrong with finding on that Indian girl. Nothing wrong with finding on that Chinese girl. Nothing wrong with finding on that African girl. Nothing wrong with finding on that Syrian girl. Let's do this thing.
We unite in the nation as part of Fate in Our Destiny. Marshall and Trupert in the background. Keep those donations coming in, people. The next song I'm about to play, right? The next song I'm about to play is for all the sisters that are logged on right now.
You bring out the Trini in me, you bring out the Bajan in me, you bring out the Vinci in me.
From me to you.
You bring in me, you bring out St. Lucia in me, bring out the Antigua in me, you bring out Jamaica in me, you bring in me, you bring in me, you're Caribbean girl. I like to walk up on the road when I'm in the sexy mode. staring like a hawk. Baby, you're Caribbean girl, you feel so good, and I would never wanna let you go. You feel so good, baby, rock back on me and give me more. You feel so good, I wonder which part you come from, don't my darling, when you wine, baby, when you wine, you bring out the Trini in there, you bring out the Bejan in there, you bring out the Vinci in there, you bring in there, you bring in there, you bring out the Lucian in there, bring out the Antigua in there, you bring out Jamaican in there, you bring in there, you bring in there, you're Caribbean girl, you know I love to play my mask, watch me bumper while I pass, move your hand to touch me out, boy, you're Caribbean girl, you know I love to be here rude, when you get me in the mood, bring out the pot, I'll cook your food, baby, you're Caribbean girl, you feel so good, and I would never wanna let you go, you feel
Voice of Nadia Batson.
back on me and give me
Sounded sweet as ever.
feel so good, I wonder which part you come from, blow me mind, darling, when you want, baby, when you want, you bring out the Trini in there, you bring out the Bejan in there, you bring out the Vinci in there, you bring in there, you bring in there, you bring out St. Lucian in there, you bring out the Antigua in there, you bring out Jamaica in there, you bring in there, you bring in there.
Baby, you, girl, wherever you are, whatever you do, stay the way that you are, wherever you go. Yeah, what you're contemplating on, don't back at all. Hey, yeah. So free up yourself and just let go now. Girl, come off your phone now. Make that bam bam go na na. What you waiting for? People coming down from all over. Just a jump to soca. Come a little closer, and I love you totally. When you want me, you want me, you wind up, baby. When you're rolling it, back, it's only you. However you want it, you got it from there. You got it, yeah. Girl, I'll be there for you. Oh, na, 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 when the rhythm jam you, oh, na, 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 like a river coming, oh, na, na, na. I'll be there for you. Oh, na, 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 let the rhythm hold you, oh, na, 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 like a river coming, oh, na, na, na. Baby, you. Girl, whatever you want, I'll give it to you. Whatever you want, man, it's the way how you move. Nobody I know. Could I do what you do when you jam me that way? So jam me that way. Hey, so free up yourself and just let go now. Girl, come up your phone now. Make that bam bam go na na. What you waiting for? People coming down from all.
So I'm gonna play about three more.
The jump to soca.
Three or more of my favorites, alright?
I'll be your defender. When you want me, you want me, you wind up, baby. When you're rolling it back, it's only you. However you want it, you got it from me. You got it, yeah. Girl, I'll be there for you. Oh, na, 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 when the rhythm jam you, oh, na, 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 like a river coming, oh, na, na, na. I'll be there for you. Oh, na, 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 when the rhythm jam you, like a river coming, oh, na, na.
If you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the
Fighting out this today, we preach love,
one nation and
unity.
so who feel the black? Who feel the black? Who feel the white? Who feel the white?
No discrimination.
But it's settled tomorrow night. Who feel the wrong? Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Who feel the right?
And no to all forms of violence, alright?
And all who feel the too bright. Yeah, we jump up the same way. Yeah, we wind up the same way. Party not stop. Grandma Jevin we come to play my every creed and class. Don't let nothing pass. Like a ready TV, all the love inside away. You got an accent, but we're not really different. 99, 1% love to wine, represent. All that we want to see, happiness, prosperity. I do you and you for me. Cause if you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun, one nation under the law. So who feel the black? Who feel the black? Who feel the white? Who feel the white? I don't know. But it's settled tomorrow night. Who feel the wrong? Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Who feel the right? Come and go. And all who feel the too bright. Yeah, we jump up, same way. Yeah, we wind up, same way. Party not stop. Ramaje bingo lekekete, we come to play mass. Every creed and class, don't let nothing pass.
From your wake up this morning, you're the winner. Yeah. From your wake up this morning, you're the winner. Yeah. Watch out, Jaja. Here we live our lives now. Everywhere is vibes now. Oh, I say watch out, Jaja. Bring woman so nice now. What more could I ask for? Beside a woman in front, you can go down and walk up she waist and get on and mind that she body can wind up no more. Cause life is short and tomorrow not sure, so I live like it's my last. Oh, drinks in me and now, jump up and wave is the plan now. Just love and girl with the man now. Whoa, cause it things so sweet, yeah. Sometimes I feel like I don't wanna go home, no. Cause it things so sweet, yeah. Sometimes I feel like I don't wanna go home, no. Right now I feel like a jump down, I feel like a wind down. I want to hold on a bumper right now, I get on bad, yeah. I feel like a jump down, I feel like a wind down. I want to hold on a bumper right now, I get on bad, yeah.
For all the cannibalizing, no hit. All you was right there, nobody and leave me. For all the time I feel to give up and quit. Soon as I touch stage and I see all them hands raised, I give thanks to the Father. My family and close friends get them and laughter. Oh, but to my supporters, you guide me, so I strive to do better. Youth fun and fans, I consider all your people. Jump up with the people. Wave up with the people. Get on bad with the people. Hold up with the people. Jump up with the people. Wave up with the people. Get on bad with the people. I want to fit and carry on. Celebrate and carry on. I want to fit and carry on. Celebrate and carry on.
I know you like this part, Martin. I looked that just for you.
I saw Hungry for Doubles here, you could never believe. Marky, thank you very much indeed. There are a few people that we would like to acknowledge. Let me just, throughout the course of today, we've been asking people to donate. And if you donated over £50 or more, you'd have been entered into this competition. And that competition has come to a close now. And I want to say thank you very much indeed to people that donated over £50. I can tell you that the owner of the baby blue devil image, donated by David Weirs and framed by Wendell Clement of Campbell's of London, is Rona Noel. Rona, congratulations. You are our winner today. Can't think of a better winner, to be honest with you. I really can't think of a better winner. Congratulations. You've won yourself the baby blue devil image. I'm jealous because I wanted it. I really did. We've had some major contributors throughout this 4-week campaign, and I'd like to make notice of them and acknowledge them today. Red Rag Marketing, the moment that you gave that £500, you set the ball rolling. So thank you very much indeed for that. Sham, who equally donated £500 the moment that Red Rag Marketing donated. Babwa Promotions, who spent £200 buying the cook-up, which is going to happen on Friday, this coming Friday. We're looking forward to that. We're coming over to Kent. We're going to make sure we cook up a storm in your backyard, for sure. Mark Quinton, who hosted our very, very fun quiz night. Thank you very much indeed for your contribution. We'd also like to say to Nadia Telfer, you've contributed throughout the 4 weeks, not just once or twice. There's been frequent contributions, so your accumulative amount needs to be acknowledged. We thank you very much indeed for that. And to everybody that has contributed, we say thank you very much indeed. To the partners that have stuck with it to the very end, God bless you. It hasn't been easy. I didn't think it was going to be like this, but it was. We've learned from some mistakes. We've grown as people, and I'm very proud, very, very proud of what we've achieved. Yeah, we might not have reached that 10K, but I'm very, very proud of what we've achieved. We're going to be sending a lot of money over to Trinidad and Tobago, and Conflict Women and Network of Rural Women Producers will do some great work with it. So to everybody, if I've missed anybody out, I apologize, but thank you very much indeed from all of us. It's time for us to say good afternoon to you, good evening to you, happy Easter, and hopefully we'll see you again very, very soon. But thank you very much indeed. Mark, you got one more song? I thought you might have.
Everybody on the stage, oh Lord, if you're coming down from the mountain, oh God, oh, when the rhythm beating in tongue, see me jumping on the savannah grass, the savannah grass. You could see it already got red, oh Lord, oh, when the people tell you they cannot wait, oh God, oh, feel the spirit jumping in tongue, we coming round the savannah grass, the savannah